Welcome everybody to the project planning instructions. For each of the projects, which is the point 4 document in your unit, you will be doing a project-based learning activity that starts with the driving question. We will give you anywhere between 1 to 4 driving questions, and you'll have an opportunity to choose whichever one you want. Just choose one, not 2 or 3 or 4. In this case, you can either suppose that you're the last member of a tribe and you're trying to record their history, or you're going to present information from a group of different tribes to the Smithsonian Museum. Whichever one you choose, make sure that you click on your rubric and open this document to see what you're going to be assessed or graded on. Once you pick one, you'll go to step 2. That's where you're going to go through and kind of figure out what your project is going to be like. When you finish that, you'll click on step 3. But let me go back just a moment. If I click on the second option here and I go to the bookmark, it goes straight there. You only have to do the work for the project that you're doing. We put all the projects on one page, but you only have to do whichever option you chose. This one you chose to present to the museum, the Smithsonian Museum, so you only have to do the work for the Smithsonian Museum driving question. The rubric is there again in case you want to look at it, but then you'd work through this information to plan out your project. When you're done, you'll go to step 3, and in step 3, we have 2 different options here. If you do the first option, which is record your tribe, you can choose any of these 4 activities to do for your final project. If you choose the archaeological presentation to the Smithsonian, you can choose any of these. When you click on these documents, you'll see there are short little YouTube videos that tell you a little bit more detail about completing that project. At the bottom of this, regardless of which option you choose, it'll tell you a little bit of information about the MLA format. For both of these options, at the end of your presentation or at the end of whatever you create, you need to put down the sources that you used to create whatever it is. If they're from the units that we did, then you need to include an example of, you need to include the URL, the www of each of those things from the unit organizer. Step 4 is creating your actual project. Let's say we decided we were going to do option 2 and we looked at this and we decided a Google slideshow is great. So we're going to have to create a document. In order to do that, you'd go to File, New, then you'd put Presentation, and you have a new document here. And then when this document opens, I'm going to put a title, and I'll just put Archaeological Dig, and this is by Kent Blakeney, and then I'm going to save this as a presentation. When the presentation is all the way over, you need to share this with your teacher. I know I'm the teacher, so this is a little unusual, but you're going to share it by pressing share, and then you type the person's email address, kent@ushistoryforexpats.com. You want to make sure that you can edit it, and then press send. I'm going to copy this link now because I'm going to use it in just a moment. So now it's sent to Kent Blakeney at ushistoryforexpats.com. So once you create everything, you might want to go back at the end and make sure that you have everything from the rubric included, and then you'll go down to share it. If you want to refer back to this video, it's here, and it's also at the very top of this document. And it'll be the same for each of the units. We'll go back to step 5, sharing. So I've already done this. I've already clicked the document and shared it. I did that just a minute ago. And I put this email address in, and then I shared it. I copied the URL, and now I'm going to paste it in here. Now, when you turn this document in, I will be able to open up that document. So if I hit this, I can open it up and assess or grade your project. If you have images or photos or models or anything that you want to show that isn't in a doc, you can attach the images in this space here. The way you do that is you go Insert, Image. I'm going to go to Drive, and I'll show you. This is just the logo, but we'll just use it. And I would insert this in there. And then if I had another one, I might press Enter twice, and I would put another one in there. And now at the bottom, I would then put a picture of the works cited, the URLs that I used. You don't have to do both of these. If you make a document in a Google presentation, a Google Doc, anything like that, you don't have to do this bottom part. This is only if you choose not to use a Google thing for that. And then at the end, you're going to submit it. The way you submit it is to go up here, and you should have a button that says Turn In. As you've done for the first document, the intro activity, and in the second one, the unit organizer, you're going to turn this in, and that will be an indication to your teacher, me, that it's time to assess or grade your final project. If you have any questions along the way, you're welcome to ask me, kent@ushistoryforexpats.com. And if you're having problems with some of the technology parts in here, with Google Docs and sharing and all of that, you're welcome to ask me to schedule a quick online meeting where I can share my screen with you and show you more explicitly how to do this. I hope this helps you out, and I look forward to seeing your first project from the first project-based learning activity. Take care.